Hey guys, yesterday I pointed out this triangle here with the potential bullish breakout, and obviously my analysis was incorrect there. I was hoping that with this breakout we would have got a bit of a retest here, so if you waited for a proper retest you wouldn't have been in a trade period, but if you were with the initial breakout, which I did with half my position, I was looking at adding um, or putting in the other half of my position along here if we got a green candle close testing my triangle as support flip. But that never happened, so at least I only had half my position in, and I said I was going to be setting a stop loss just below my triangle here, and I was able to mitigate my risk here by obviously missing the majority of this dump. So that's why we set stop losses, guys. I was looking at retesting this red trend line and hopefully even breaking above it. Obviously, it never did happen. We dumped. I got stopped out, such as trading. Um, Now, what I'm looking at on the bullish side of things, we did have this bit of a downtrend here. We have a few touch points, just a real steep sell off, and where it ends. We did end up getting a breakout of this trend line, and right now we're forming a bit of a triangle, so I want to see which way this breaks out, because if it breaks out to the upside, we could actually still be quite bullish because we have not closed below my purple trend line here that I've been pointing out for a while. I'll zoom out and give you another look soon, but right now we are in a bit of a triangle, which could be a continuation pattern, and we could continue dumping to the downside. But since we did break this downtrend line, um, it wouldn't surprise me that we get a little bit of a bounce here. If I take my Fibonacci tool from the swing high to the swing low currently, let's see here. I would not be surprised if we got a retest of the 0.618 fib at around 95.60. Also, that would play kind of right into where I got stopped out, is just below the bottom of that triangle, and that would be a perfect support to resistance flip if we did test up that high again. Um, I guess what we're going to have to look at now is how this plays out, and also how we act with this purple trend line I've been pointing out. Let me just clean up a few things here, get rid of our triangles here. I've been pointing out this parallel channel for a little while now, and we still haven't closed below. We still are trying to find a little bit of support above, so if we do get a close below this and then a retest of this trend line, some potential targets, and I don't necessarily think we have to go down this far, but if we take a measured move of the channel, for example, and let's say we break out relatively soon, we would be looking at getting close to $7,000 as well. Even really, if the whole move never played out, let's say we play from the start of the candle, we would be looking at a little bit of a resist to support flip. Potentially, this is all theoretical at this point, but it wouldn't surprise me to see these levels of confluence right after our COVID dump, where we did find a little bit of resistance on our way back up. That's kind of the general area where a measured move would take us. If we do find support and we are able to stay in this purple trading range, then I would like to see a close above this red trend line here. We have 3 touch points along it. Um, to me, that looks like if we were to break above it, we might start looking at testing the top of this purple trend again. And I've been saying that in videos before, and my opinion of that hasn't changed with today's dump. Obviously, I have mentioned several videos now that if we lose this purple support, my analysis will change quite a bit. Another interesting point would be going over to my weekly chart on Bitstamp. You guys know I've been pointing this out. With this dump, we are still coiling, or not coiling, ping-ponging between my weekly trend lines here. So really, to get a retest of this trend line, which would also line up with this horizontal support of this little cluster around 85, 8600, that wouldn't surprise me either. So we're going to have to see how it plays out, but those are just a few things I'm looking at. My triangle is gone now, but you guys know what I was looking at. We might be forming a little bit of a almost a triple bottom here, so maybe that triangle could actually potentially play out bullish. Another thing I would be looking for would be, if I zoom into the RSI here, we have this little bit of a downtrend on the RSI. I would like to see a break of that with a little bit more bullish validation with this triangle that I was pointing out. Forget how I had it drawn, even something like that. If we could get a break of this triangle while we break this bigger triangle, I think that could be a bullish indication, but that's kind of mixing a few things there. That's just kind of taking a bunch of different random bullish sentiment for that. But right now, guys, it is one thing that concerns me with this 4-hour and this purple trading range is that we're definitely gravitating towards the bottom. We are testing the support more than we're testing the highs at resistance. Right now as resistance, we do technically only have the 2 touch points, so it is pretty early to even call this a pattern, but so far it has been trading in there since, oh, what do we got here? Early May. So this is over a month of trading that hasn't left this range even for a wick. So you're gonna have to see this. So far this support has held. It's got 4 touch points on it that are pretty exact, and hopefully we're not just tapping down at it, I guess, because I mean the more times you tap down on a trend line, then eventually it's gonna give, right? So we're gonna have to see how we play out kind of between here. I can give you another measured move here actually now, just looking at it, as we do have this triangle here. If let's say we're gonna break out from down there, and well, yep, same thing. So that triangle, I guess, is the same size as the parallel channel, so that makes sense. Anyways, guys, that's just a few things I'm watching for. For now, yeah, gonna have to see how this plays out. And ideally, I want to see a break of this red trend line that I have pointed out in the 4-hour to retest the top of this purple channel. But if we start closing below this purple channel, I might be a little more inclined to start playing short for a little bit. And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm bearish on the market as a whole. My weekly, I still think, is bullish overall, even if we do lose this support and kind of start testing the bottom of this triangle. Really, we could go down to 4,500 here, and I wouldn't necessarily say we're bearish long term, more so just midterm. So there's a lot of time between now and that. Obviously, these weekly patterns take a very long time to form. So yeah, with that, I think I've rambled on long enough for you guys, so I am out. Peace.